I think one evidence, one fact that we have to keep in mind about how much in disarray we are right now has to do with the drone issue, specifically our inability right now to really counter or mount a defense against Hezbollah's armada of drones. Just
Which
recently,
it should be pointed out, that armada has been in the works. They have been developing, testing, building that armada for many, many years. It should come as no
for over
surprise
10
to
years,
anybody.
no, for over 10 years. I mean, the Kyria seems not to have known what happened during the Azerbaijani-Armenian War just a few years ago, when Israeli kamikaze drones, as well as Turkish Bayraktar drones, decimated the Iranian army. I mean, that was the announcement of a revolution, a new
You mean I'm
technology.
sorry, you meant to say the Armenian army, correct?
Yes, the Armenian army. What did I say?
Iranian.
No, well, maybe that was.
I wish
I
that
wish. Yeah,
you
the
were
Armenian
correct, but
army.
not
And
yet.
then were they asleep? Have they been asleep for the past year and a half during the Russo-Ukrainian war? I mean, anybody would know that there's been a revolution in military technology brought about by drones. Well, apparently our guys were kind of sleeping on the job. So they've awakened. And as I saw in a video today, you had four drones, not a swarm, but just four drones coming in on an army base. One of them was knocked out at the last minute, I think by ground fire, and the remaining three detonated, hit the camp and detonated. So I've been trying, as you know, actually almost since the beginning of the war, to provide some advice on what we could do with off-the-shelf equipment to deal with this problem. And the Army has been deaf, dumb, and blind, not just to me, but to others. The bottom line, when I finally found out what the problem was that these individuals, our betters in the Kyria, really don't want to build anything ourselves. They want to wait for the United States to develop something, to field something, and then we can get it for free through the military appropriations. Well, this isn't a way to fight a war.
Someone should
I mean,
remind them there is no such thing as a free lunch.
Quite right, there isn't.
Not to mention the fact that it's very likely that we're capable of producing a better system.
I presented an outline of a system that could be developed and fielded within 2 weeks. They weren't interested in it at all. And I pointed out the fact that it would make an excellent export item as well. And that didn't move them.
Let me tell you, Jonathan, what I think is going on. I've heard such reports to this effect, that there are huge vested interests in the industrial military complex that are either protecting themselves or holding out to gain some contract or something or other, or they have some system that is there is a system that's available or could be made, could be adapted to our needs right now, but they're holding out for huge contracts to the tune of hundreds of millions to produce something new, which will take 2-3 years at least. That's what I understand is going on.
Okay, what happened last week is there was an announcement from the military that they are offering a blank check to any foreign military industrial company in Europe or North America for an anti-drone system, or systems, plural. Now, presumably with a blank check, that will mean local co-production, hopefully, as well, or not. but that was the official statement that went out, that we are offering a blank check. So I wrote immediately that this is insane, because the elements of what we need of an anti-drone system are known, and they are, in short, conventional electromagnetic pulse weapons, which we can build. They're very simple, which would trap the drones before they become airborne and short their electronics out. Number one, we can build that. Number two, an anti-swarm device, and there are some on the market now, that basically drops a drone swarm of maybe 40, 50, 60 of them coming in. They drop like rotten fruit off a tree. We know how to build that. We can build that. This is not a problem for us. And lastly, a gun system, 3 types of gun systems for low, medium, and high altitude threats, firing smart munitions, which we can manufacture. All of this we can manufacture. And all of these 3 items are known. So what is the problem? I mean, you indicated one possible answer to that. There may be others, and I don't want to discount the possibility of criminal stupidity. And I'm very serious about that. No one would believe that until unless, October 7th had happened. But I think right now that those people responsible for issuing this blank check statement, we got to get rid of these people right now and bring in some people who can actually understand what needs to be done, address the issues, and produce the products we need. It's very simple. And they're making, where have they been for the past couple of years? We provided one of the best kamikaze drones in the world to the Azerbaijanis, and they used them quite successfully in their war against Armenia. Okay, did we not understand that, the enemy has a vote also, and that if we can do that to them, they could do that to us? Apparently not. When this drone, Iranian reconnaissance drone, flew over Haifa last week and identified most of the strategic sites there, and they uploaded it so everybody could see it. The first response from Hetzia Levy and some other, idiots in the Kiryat was that, we didn't want to interdict that thing because pieces could fall over and hurt people. Well, excuse me, that drone flew in over unoccupied, deep areas for hours.
That is so laughable.
It's ridiculous.
Even in mainstream Israeli media, it was laughed at. It was ridiculed.
It was mocked. They blew it. They absolutely blew it. You tracked it, really, and you didn't do anything about it? You let them fly over a principal city of Israel with tons of strategic sites, some of which, if exploded, could really kill a lot of people. And you did nothing. And you expect us to believe that you were concerned about shrapnel and pieces falling off? Please. Please. So that's the situation with the drones.